the best ways of repaying the loan that matures in June. It is, however, the 480-kilometer SGR project that has led to questions from the Auditor General and other interested parties as to whether Kenyans got value for money. Safina Party leader businessman Jimmy Wanjigi, who has been a crusader for ways to address the surging debt, was part of the plan to construct the 480-kilometer SGR, whose total cost, he says, was inflated almost 10 times more.
Here's a project whose contract value from Mombasa to Naivasha was 474 billion shillings. All right? The Chinese government, through China Exim, said they will fund $5 billion, which they said was equivalent of 90% of the 475. It was different exchange rates. So that was 90%. But Kenyans had to raise 10%. 10% there, Emmanuel, you can calculate is what? 47 billion? China Road and Bridge collected 1.2 trillion shillings for a project of 475. That's the contract value. 700 billion was eaten. What are you telling us? That is a revenue problem, we don't pay enough. What rubbish? This is a theft problem. It is a fraud problem. Okay? And it is so deep.
I did a report to the Committee on Public Debt, and they told me, please check on the loans which we have taken recently in 2022. Tell us if we can link them with a project. They were shocked. We could not. We found some ambiguous definitions of the loans, and the Treasury could not tell us what really we were going to do with those loans.
Value for money is another story, you know. Value for money was the project, when you do value for money audit, was the project viable and all that?
Maybe was it necessary to borrow? Why did we have to borrow? Those questions need to be answered by those who were responsible at that time. But me, I report what we hold custody of.
Other projects that also turned up to be avenues for mega scandals used to siphon money from the public coffers included the Aurora and Kimore dams, where the former CS for Treasury Henry Rotich was put to task to explain in and out of court.
You just find a name of why we borrowed. You cannot trace it to anything. You cannot tell what the money was spent for, and therefore there was no economic gain from that borrowing. It is just like taking Fuliza and then you go to the bar and drink it all.
Somebody is asking for withdrawal of money from the consolidated. Just don't, if you are doubtful, don't approve it.
Our public debt was meant to navigate periods of extreme difficulty, periods of war, periods of pandemics. That was the original motivation of public debt, both globally and in Kenya.
Among Kenya's borrowings is a 5 trillion shillings